Hi, I'm Juliet from LA, but thanks to my mom, I had to change my identity and become Jessica. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. My mom is French, and she moved to the U.S. before I was born to become a successful actress, and she did get super famous. Her life was always in the spotlight, and that included me. I always loved the attention, and when I joined school, everyone knew me and wanted to be my friend. It was awesome, until one day, it wasn't. I was in the 5th grade when Mom took me to the opening of a fancy French restaurant. But when the head chef brought our food, I almost threw up. What is that?
Frog legs and baby snails, mademoiselle.
Ew, gross. Could I just have some French fries, please? The chef gasped like I'd killed his mother.
You insult me. I make the best French food in the world.
So, I asked for French fries.
I don't make French fries.
I'm going to McDonald's. You suck. I jumped off my chair and started running out to my car. Suddenly, I tripped and crashed straight into a waiter, and we both landed flat on our faces. I turned around to see everyone staring at me, and Mom looked mad. Okay, this was embarrassing, but who cares if some strangers saw me, right? Wrong. The next day, it was all over tabloid magazines and the internet. Pictures of me on the floor with my butt showing. And in school, I was the butt of every joke. Literally. I was hating school now, but I found a way to escape soon. Mom was going abroad to film a movie for 6 months, and I begged her to take me along. And well, I just never returned. I traveled the world with my mom and had private tutors. And when I turned 13, I got into modeling myself. Once when I was 15, I was lounging in a pool chair when suddenly a puppy leapt at me, and I screamed as it started chasing me. I ran indoors and crashed straight into someone, a rather cute, nerdy-looking boy. I muttered an apology and was walking away when he called out,
"Hey, look, it's Beyonce."
Oh my God, where?
I don't really know why I said that. Hi, I'm Michael, a huge fan.
We actually ended up having dinner together, and it was the best time I'd had in ages. He was funny and clearly smitten with me. Later that night, I realized what was missing from my life. A boyfriend. Maybe it was time to go back to high school and get one. It would be easy for a famous teen model, right? Wrong. When we got back to LA, Mom had some shocking news for me. Turns out she had a new life plan, and that was Tariq, an Arab billionaire who was obsessed with her. They were getting married, and she was leaving her whole life behind, including me. What? How could you do that?
Oh, you know, Tariq doesn't want any kids.
But how will I live on my own?
You'll be living with your aunt. You're young, with years of fame ahead, mon chéri. I have to think of myself now. My looks aren't going to last forever.
That was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Nope, wrong again. 2 days after their wedding. That was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Nope, wrong again. 2 days after their wedding, I woke up to hundreds of tags on Instagram. Apparently, Tariq was a diamond smuggler, and both he and Mom had been arrested in an airport. After that, my life was a mess. I couldn't go anywhere without being hounded by reporters.
How does it feel to be a criminal's daughter? Did you know anything? Did your mother just abandon you and leave you with that crook?
It looked like any chance of going to high school and having a normal life was ruined. But then I decided I wasn't going to let all this stop me. There was one solution. I talked to Aunt about it, and she agreed. She hooked me up with hair and makeup professionals and a plastic surgeon. After dyeing my hair, learning how to put on makeup, and getting a nose job, I was unrecognizable. Now I was just a nobody named Jessica. Without my fame to fall back on, I was feeling lost on my first day of school. Just then, I saw a pretty girl standing by the notice board, and I walked up to her. Hi, I'm Jessica, and, why are you talking to me? I'm new here, and I was wondering if you'd help me find my class? I'm new too. How should I know? Right. Well, thanks anyway. Okay, I'll be your friend. You don't have to beg. I'm Ashley, and I'll help you. You're welcome. Ashley was kind of weird, but I was just glad to have a friend. And as we hung out more, I realized the tough mean girl thing was just an act. A week later, I signed up for a charity bake sale in school. As Ashley helped me set up my stall, she popped a cookie in her mouth. So yum. I'll buy all of them. What? That's like 200 cookies. It's for a good cause. Here, take my money. What's wrong with my cookies, Ashley? Nothing. But I took a big bite of one and spat it out. That's disgusting. Did I use salt instead of sugar? Ashley burst out laughing, and so did I. You bought them all because they're so terrible? That's actually really sweet. Unlike your cookies. You got some crumbs. As Ashley brushed them off my mouth, I suddenly felt butterflies. What the heck? And that's when a flying basketball hit me right in the face, and I blacked out. I opened my eyes to find myself in the nurse's room, and two faces around me. One was Ashley, and the other was Michael?
Thank God you're awake. I'm so sorry. Jessica, right?
I wasn't imagining it. It really was Michael, and even cuter than I remembered, but he didn't know who I was. So I was really surprised when he said,
I feel terrible. Could I make this up to you by taking you out for dinner sometime?
As we exchanged numbers and he left, Ashley looked really annoyed. Jessica, you don't even know the guy. I'll get to know him when I date him. What's the matter, Ash? Nothing. Whatever. I started seeing Michael, and I was quite enjoying it. Except that ever since he came along, I could feel Ashley being distant, and that was bothering me. One evening when Michael dropped me at home, he suddenly drew me close.
Jessica, I really like you. I think I'm falling for you.
And then he kissed me. It was my very first kiss, and it was lovely. When I went to my room, I nearly screamed. Ashley was sitting on my bed, looking livid. Jeez, you scared me. So you avoid me in school but break into my room? What's your problem anyway? I don't want you dating Michael. Why? Do you like him? No, you idiot. I like you. Oh, that does make more sense. I know you're with Michael, and I'm happy for you, blah, 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 but I just had to tell you. I guess we'll only be friends then. But she came closer, and suddenly, she was kissing me. It was my very first kiss with a girl, and it was lovely. Just then, someone tapped on the window, and it was Michael, looking mad.
You forgot your scarf. Want to tell me what's going on here?
As the two stared at me, I sank down on my bed. Guys, I'm so confused. I like you, Michael, really, but I like Ashley too. I know you two won't wait around for me to decide.
Oh, I will.
I'm not giving up on us so easily.
Yeah, me neither. Why don't you date both of us for 2 weeks, and then decide, Jess?
Wow, they were both willing to fight for me? This was amazing. And I agreed.
May the best man win.
Or woman. My first date of the week was with Ashley.
Best man win.
Or woman. My first date of the week was with Ashley, and she'd planned an amazing picnic. She fed me chocolate-covered strawberries and read me poetry. It was so romantic. Just then, someone came and sat down next to us.
Fancy bumping into you guys here. I was just on my run.
Then why don't you run away and keep going till we can't see you?
Relax, I'm leaving. Oh, Jess, I gotta tell you what I've got planned for our date. It's epic.
He whipped out 2 tickets from his pocket for a Beyoncé concert. I shrieked and hugged him, but quickly pushed him away when I saw Ashley's face. The next night, I was having a blast at the concert with Michael when someone touched my shoulder. It was Ashley.
You're crashing our date.
Wonder where I got that idea from. But this isn't about you, dude. Jess, I got my dad to pull some strings, and I have backstage passes. We can actually meet Beyoncé. OMG, what?
What about me?
I don't know. Go home. I'll have Jessica dropped. Don't worry. I felt sorry for poor Michael, but I wasn't missing a chance to meet Queen Bee. The next few days went the same way. They both kept planning amazing dates for me and kept ruining them for each other. One night, Ashley and I managed to have a romantic dinner without Michael dropping in, and she was kissing me goodnight at my door when suddenly the locket I was wearing got tangled with hers and fell off. Before I could pick it up, she did, and saw the picture inside.
Jess, why do you have a picture of this famous actress and her kid?
I should have lied, but I just didn't want to. That kid, I should have lied, but I just didn't want to. That kid, it's me, and she's my mom. I told her how hard things got after Mom's arrest and how I just wanted a fresh start. She looked stunned, but then she hugged me tight. Your secret stays with me, Jessica. Or can I call you Juliet? I think I'd like that. She was about to kiss me again when suddenly Michael sprang out of nowhere.
Hey, babe. I just dropped by with some cookie dough ice cream. Your favorite.
She just had dessert. She doesn't want your stupid ice cream.
Why don't you let her speak for yourself? Are you her lawyer? Why don't you get a life and stop crashing our date? Why don't you jump off a bridge?
Enough! I'm so tired of this. You're so busy fighting each other, no one's even looking at me. This is not what I wanted. Figure out a way to make this work, or I'm done with you both. I snatched the ice cream from Michael and stormed off. They were being so annoying. But the next day, that was the least of my problems. Aunt woke me up to see the news, and I watched in horror. My secret was out. It was everywhere, and hundreds of reporters were gathered outside of our house, wanting to talk to me. What a nightmare. But what really hurt was that there was only one person who could have leaked that information. Ashley, how could you do this? I trusted you, and you took less than a second to betray me. How much did you get paid for this, Ashley?
I swear, Juliet, I didn't do it.
There's no one else who could. Stop lying, and don't ever talk to me again. Later that night, once all the media people had left, Michael paid me a visit.
How could you lie about this?
Michael paid me a visit.
How could you lie about this, Juliet? You should have told me who you really are.
Why? I didn't want to be that person anymore, and I just didn't want to tell anyone.
Obviously, you told someone. It just wasn't me.
Michael, please.
Forget it. You lied to me. We're done.
In a day, I'd lost both my boyfriend and girlfriend, but I was too angry to care. Michael was only thinking of himself and not what I was going through. And Ashley, I'd never forgive her. One day, as I was wondering what I'd do next, I got the most unexpected call. Oh, Juliet, I've missed you. Mom, where are you? Mom then told me she got out of jail, got a divorce from Tariq, and settled in Paris. I'm so sorry for leaving you, and for everything I've put you through. I read all the news, but I must say, you're even prettier with your new nose job. Why did you call me, Mom? Come to Paris, mon chéri. I know lots of agents here, and they would love to sign you. Don't hide away and waste your talent. You were meant to be a model. I was still so mad at her, but I had to think about it. I was done with this place, and to be honest, I did miss my career. Maybe Paris was exactly what I needed. I still don't trust you, Mom, and don't expect that I'll forgive you anytime soon. But I did pack my bags for Paris, and I ended up loving it there. I joined the high school, and my modeling was picking up once more. Then one day, I read the most surprising news. The plastic surgeon who'd done my nose job was being sued for leaking the identities of many clients to the press. Oh my God, it was him, not Ashley. Just then, I heard the doorbell ring, and I opened the door to find Ashley standing there. Hi, how did you find me?
I begged your aunt to tell me.
Juliet, I didn't betray you. I know that now. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's okay. Just tell me this.
If none of this had happened, who would have won, me or Michael? Michael wasn't even close. It was you, Ashley. It's you. And then I kissed her.
Hey, I'm Sandra, and I have a weird addiction. It all started when I was a kid. My mom kept telling me to stop eating sand on the playground, but I didn't listen to her. I loved the crunch of grinding sand between my teeth way too much. That's why she stopped taking me to the playground. But I didn't care because I had enough sand at my school. I also learned that it tasted even better when I combined it with other food. Bubble gum mixed with sand was the best. I could chew and crunch it during class and no one knew about it. This continued until I visited my dentist. When he looked at my teeth, he said, "Holy cow, what happened to you? It looks like you've been eating stones." I lied and said, "I have no idea." That's why the dentist called the police and told them to investigate if my parents were grinding my teeth as some form of punishment. Only then, I admitted that I was eating more or less 1 glass of sand per day. Of course, everyone reacted confused because they thought that sand tasted awful. And afterward, my mom took me out of school, forbid me to leave our house, and started homeschooling me. She was too worried I would continue eating sand and destroy my teeth. Well, her plan worked until I moved out at 19. Now I was studying at college, but I quickly started taking sand from kids' playgrounds again, so I could crunch and eat it at home. It took less than 2 years until I had completely destroyed all of my back teeth. Of course, it was incredibly painful, but my dentist had the idea to pull out what was left of my back teeth and to replace them with metal teeth. Said and done, it looks terrible and was quite expensive, but now I can crunch as much sand as I want. But I also visited a psychologist who diagnosed me with an eating disorder called pica. It's a real disorder where people get addicted to eating sand, dirt, or other non-nutritional substances. With a lot of his help, I was able to switch from eating sand to eating ice. That's much healthier and offers a similar satisfying crunch. Of course, I still sometimes eat sand, and when I had my first kiss 2 months ago, the guy asked me why I had sand on my lips. I told him, "It's because I'm addicted to eating sand, you stupid!" And he started laughing because he thought I was joking.